he sold you 2 kittens. They had a virus.
Exactly. He said he could put them down and give me new kittens. You can't put them down for that.
I don't minimize the fact that you're upset and that you are attached to these kittens now. They're sick.
This is Judy Justice.
Hello, Judge. Case number 1143, Arthur Huseby versus Taylor.
Huseby.
Yes.
Your complaint is a relatively simple one. You claim that Mr. Taylor is responsible for all of your cats getting ringworm and being sick. You want him to pay your vet bills and a whole bunch of other things, $10,000 worth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Taylor says he felt a certain amount of sympathy for you initially when you told him you had extensive vet bills because he sold you 2 kittens.
Yes.
Did he ever pay any of the vet bills early on?
Yes.
How much did he pay?
The approximate number, I don't know, but I can tell you it's around $1,200.
How much money did you pay?
I believe 13 something.
You bought 2 kittens for him on what date?
May 24th, 2021.
And they were Bengal kittens.
Yes.
How old were they on May 24th?
About 11 weeks.
By the time they're 11 weeks old, they usually get some shots.
Yes.
Had you given them any shots?
Yes.
Which shots had they gotten?
I don't recall exactly what it is, but it's called a 4-way. They receive a 4-way of shots. It's 1 shot.
Do you remember how old they were when they got them?
I give them at 7 to 8 weeks.
How many kittens were there in the litter of these kittens? Because you had the litter, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I believe there was 4.
And how much did Ms. Huseby pay for the 2 kittens that she purchased?
$1,500 a piece.
So she paid $3,000.
Correct.
And you have both parents.
Correct.
How long have you been in the breeding business?
10 years.
When the plaintiff purchased the kittens, was there a contract?
No.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you took them home on the 24th of May.
Yes.
You had other cats at home. What other kind of cats did you have at home?
1 Bengal, 1 year old, and 1 calico, 10 years old.
Now, the Bengal that was a year old was a male.
Yes.
Neutered or not?
No.
So you planned on breeding the cats?
Yes.
Because you bought 2 females.
Yes.
Is the calico an indoor cat or an outdoor cat?
Indoor cat.
And what about the Bengal?
Indoor. He's been let out a couple times, but not on purpose.
But he's both indoor and he goes outside and comes back.
He just escaped a couple times, so he's indoor. He's indoor.
I'm just letting you know that I'm familiar with Bengal cats.
Okay.
And they like it outside. They like to prowl. That's in their DNA. After the 24th of May, when did you take the kittens to the vet?
It would have been the 29th
Show me.
that I brought them to the vet.
Show me the May 29th.
I brought the kittens to the vet, and they were...
I have to see
Okay.
the vet's record. You
Okay.
can't tell me what anybody told you.
Okay.
You have to show me the vet's record. They're a business record.
Okay. Your Honor, I have the next record that states about the previous
Just a
record.
second, and I'll see what you have.
Okay.
So you didn't bring the record of May 29th?
No, but
Just a second.
No.
When did you take them to the vet after the 29th?
7/11.
So a month and a half later?
Yes.
Yes, all right. I'm going to take a look at that, please.
Okay.
Kevin.
There's several of them. I'm just going to grab them all for you.
No, don't grab them all. 7/11.
No, that's all for that day because it was every single cat.
No, I don't want every single cat. I want the 2 kittens.
Okay.
Okay, so about a month and a half later,
Yes.
the 2 kittens, as well as your cats, had ringworm.
Yes.
And?
And I have the positive ringworm results, but there was another medical problem that I have the other
Yeah, he's not
documents for.
responsible for their ringworm.
Okay, the other medical problem they had, when I purchased the kittens, they were sick, and I have the photos and the documents from the vet.
Well, let me ask you this question, Ms.
Yes.
Huseby. They had colds, according to what I read here in the doctor's notes.
Yes.
And I believe that the defendant acknowledges that he said to you, they have colds. Is that correct?
Yes.
So when you took the kittens to the vet,
Yes.
and I say this to you as somebody who is very familiar
Yes.
with cats, having at one time in my life, probably during a psychotic episode, I'm only teasing about that, had 6 cats, Persians and Himalayans.
Yes.
And that was 30 years ago, until my immune system crapped out on me.
This one's going to tug at you. because there are genuinely sick kittens involved, and a woman who clearly loves them. But watch for the detail the whole case quietly hinges on, because it shows up early and never goes away. There was no contract. None. She paid $3,000 for 2 Bengal kittens on a handshake, and, here's the part that matters, she could already see they had runny noses and eyes when she picked them up. And she took them home anyway. Hold on to both of those facts.
And I couldn't be near cats anymore because these were all long-haired cats. So I'm going to tell you a story so you'll understand where I'm coming from. These were purebred that we bought sort of one at a time. We bought a silver-shaded Persian, we bought a Persian, we bought a Himmy, a seal point Himmy, and a blue point Himmy, and we loved those cats. We'd run home, work lunchtime, we'd leave court in the Bronx and run home to our apartment and check on the cats and make kittens and make sure that they were okay. We lived in an apartment, so they never went out. We had them, I don't know, about 6 months, 7 months, and they all developed ringworm. Now, I didn't have ringworm, and my husband knows if he'd had ringworm, he'd be living in another jurisdiction. And I remember going to take the cats in their carriers to the vet, all 6 of them, one Saturday morning, and it was pouring outside. And here we took such good care of these cats. I cooked for them. There was one small one that didn't like to eat with the rest of the cats, so she ate up on the counter. A little white, beautiful kitten. And I fed her because she would be standoffish, and the larger ones wouldn't let her get her share. So these were spoiled cats by 2 older people who were almost empty nesters. That's what happens. You're not there yet. And we're leaving our apartment building carrying, each one of us has carrying cases with a couple of kittens, a couple of larger cats. And you could see the ringworm around here, you know, little spots, it starts to lose hair. Is that what happens with ringworm?
Yes.
And jumping from one garbage can to the other in front of our apartment building was this alley cat with a sleek coat. Nobody took care of it. It took care of itself. It went from garbage can to garbage can, got what it needed to eat, lapped up water when it needed to lap up water from the rainwater, found someplace dry to sleep, I assume, because it didn't have a collar on. But it was sleek and healthy. I stopped looking at it because it was looking at us. It could see the kittens through the thing, so it stopped and it opened up. It had beautiful green eyes. And I said, I don't understand this. We take such good care of our kittens. How did they get ringworm? You had these kittens for a little over a month and a half until they were diagnosed by a vet with ringworm.
Yes.
And when you took the kittens, they had a cold. You took them on the 24th. You don't have the records from the 24th.
Your Honor, I have a different record that states the day that they came in a few days after the 24th, that they were previously seen on that date, because I kept bringing the kittens in every few weeks and once a month because of the colds. So I don't have the first one.
And you don't have the first one. What I'm asking you is, when you took them in,
yes,
and you notified Mr. Taylor,
yes,
his response was, initially, for the cold, I'll pay for those bills. And he did give you $1,300 towards those bills.
yes,
Which you accepted.
yes.
Did you at any time at the beginning, the first time you took them to the vet and the vet said they had a cold, say to Mr. Taylor, even though we don't have a contract, I'm prepared to take the kittens back and give you your money?
I did state, yes.
When? On what date did you say that to him?
About the 28th, so it's about the middle of the week.
May 28th?
Yes, not even a week
Okay.
after I purchased the kittens.
Just a second.
Now, the judge tells what sounds like a long, rambling story about her own cats from 30 years ago. 6 pampered Persians who somehow got ringworm in a spotless apartment. And you might wonder where this is going. Don't skip it, because it's not a tangent. It's the entire ruling, disguised as a memory. Here's the punchline. Outside her building lived a filthy alley cat, jumping between garbage cans. No owner, no vet, no care. And it was perfectly healthy. Sleek coat, green eyes, thriving.
And on May 28th, what did the defendant say to you? That they have a cold, their cold isn't getting better?
It wasn't a cold, it was a respiratory infection.
Okay. And he paid for that?
Yes.
Okay.
And
so he paid for that. Did you say, or did he say, give them back? Or did you say, I want to give them back? You take care of the respiratory infection.
yes, I'm going to tell you exactly what I said. So
I'd like to hear it.
the vet had told me.
You cannot tell me, listen to me. You cannot tell me anything that the vet said to you. If you have records, business records, like I just read from the vet, I will see them.
Yes.
But you cannot tell me what the vet said to you. You can tell me what you said to the defendant, and the defendant said to you on the 28th of May.
Okay, I do have it in the note from the vet that I mentioned to him. The vet said that. Okay.
That's not happening.
Okay.
That's not happening, Ms. Huseby.
I mentioned to him that they possibly might have a viral disease. I said, if they have this disease, hopefully, they don't. Maybe it's just a cold. Can I get my money back? And he said, if they have that disease, then he could put them down and give me new kittens and never offer to give my money back.
Just a second. So he said to you, if they have that disease, they should probably not be bred, right?
Correct.
Which is what you bought them for. And I will take them back, I'll put them down and give you new kittens. Just a second. And you rejected that because we're now at the end of October and you still have the kittens, right?
Yes, but you can't put them down for that.
Just a second.
It's
You
not
can?
a
Just a second.
life-threatening disease.
Just a second. If it's not a life-threatening disease, Ms. Huseman, you have to pull yourself together. It's not a life-threatening disease, but you wouldn't want to breed kittens that have that.
Exactly.
So he said to you, if they have that disease, I will replace those kittens, even though he doesn't have to, because you don't have a contract with him. But he said that to you. You chose not to do that, just out of my own curiosity, because there is no contract other than she bought kittens, she took them home, you paid for the first round of respiratory illnesses for the kittens. Did you get the results of the tests for those kittens? Do they have that disease?
Yes.
Okay, so you cannot breed them.
No.
Can I see the results of that test?
Yes. There's one more result too. 1 second.
I just want to see.
Here they all are. And they gave it to my older cat too.
So it's a communicable disease. It's not a disease that's in the DNA.
It's in the blood. So that's how they test it.
Shh. They had a virus.
It's a
virus.
It's a herpes
It's a virus.
But you can't get rid of it. It's medically proven you can't get rid of it.
I don't know that.
Your Honor, I have one more that states, because the doctor, without blood testing them, said this is...
You cannot tell me what the doctor
I have
said.
it in here.
If you want me to read a report, I will read a report.
This is before they blood tested it. On the second page...
I'm a reader. That's what I do. Okay, so?
It was stating, because I brought in for the respiratory, they put notes in there like, that it has the herpes and that hopefully they will improve. So that was before I got it blood tested, but they knew from looking at it, like, since I bought it, it had all the symptoms.
You cannot tell me what they thought, what they knew.
Well, later on it did test positive.
It also said in there, and I know that you're upset, and I don't minimize the fact that you're upset and that you are attached to these kittens now. You bought these 2 kittens without a contract. You took them home knowing that they had a cold. If I went and bought an animal and the animal didn't look right to me, I would say, I'm not taking this animal home. It doesn't look right to me. But you decided to do that.
And here's where the judge gets practical and honestly a little ruthless. The breeder, who didn't even have a contract obligating him, offered to take the diseased kittens back and replace them. She said no, because they'd put the sick ones down and she's too attached, which is completely human. But watch how the judge reframes it with the car analogy, because it's the key to the whole thing. You go to buy a car. You start it up, it smells. The seller says, "Oh, that's just the oil burning off. It's fine." If you choose to believe him and drive it home, and 6 months later it dies, that's on you, unless you had a contract.
The defendant, who's been in the business for 10 years, said to you, they have a cold. That's what I see.
He didn't voluntarily say that.
Well, you saw that. That's what you said in your complaint.
Yeah,
okay?
but he acted like,
just
oh,
a
it's
sec-
nothing. I see it all the time.
Just a second. That's all right. You're buying a product. Your product is 2 kittens. It's just like if you went and bought a car. And when you started it up, it started to smell a little bit. And the person who was selling you this car, it says, oh, they always start up and they smell like this. It's until the oil burns off. Well, if you want to accept that explanation and take the car home, that's your problem. You smelled it, you saw it. The person who's giving you said, well, it's not really a problem. And it may not be a problem, but 6 months later, it turns out to be a problem because there's an oil leak. That you don't have a contract with that person unless you do, in fact, have a contract with them. That there's a certain amount of time that you have to take the kittens to be checked by a vet. And if within 10 days, and I've seen those contracts thousands of times, you didn't have that. You happen to have what I perceive to be a legitimate breeder who said to you, I feel badly that you have to take the cats in for this respiratory problem, and I will pay that vet bill. But then when they develop ringworm and you have other cats in the house, a month and a half later, that was a persistent problem, according to what I read. He's not an insurer of your cats.
Your Honor, the ringworm came up a week later. I have receipts for stuff that I bought at home because I tried to treat it before I brought them to the vet.
It still doesn't make him responsible.
And I went to the courts where we live, and I got the paperwork. They said it was illegal for him to sell it to me without that.
You can't tell me what anybody said to you. That's hearsay. Okay, what I'm telling you is you don't have a contract with him.
The state we live in, they said it's illegal to sell without a contract and to sell while it's sick.
Okay. You have to be able to establish that the defendant knew that these cats were sick. That's number one. I'm going to ask him a question. Sarah's going to look it up. Where do you come from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. What county?
Anoka County.
Anoka County. Look up Anoka County sale of domestic animals. There were 2 other kittens in this litter, sir.
Yes.
Were any of your cats treated for ringworm?
No.
Did either of the 2 people to whom you sold the 2 other kittens report to you that their kittens had ringworm?
No.
But, Your Honor, he told me on the phone, oh, my dad had the ringworm because his dad helps him with the kittens. Just put some shampoo and buy some cream. I told him that a week later. Because a week later the ringworm came up, and I bought stuff to treat it at home, but it wouldn't get rid of it.
Just a second. Miss Hoosby, he's not an insurer of your kittens.
But
you have one cat that goes...
He said they had it over there. Now he's saying that they didn't.
Well, just
Your
a second.
Honor?
Did he ever... What? Did he tell you when your cats were diagnosed with ringworm that his cats were diagnosed with... Just think about the answer to my question.
No.
He never said my cats also had ringworm.
But he paid the bill. Why'd he pay the bill if he didn't think he was guilty?
Maybe he was just a nice person and he felt sorry for you. But he's not paying you $10,000. That's ridiculous. Unless you can establish to me, and I don't know what the law says.
And the judge actually does this woman a favor. She looks up the real law, the Minnesota statute, and it confirms the lesson instead of saving her. Animals should be sold with a contract. The buyer gets about 10 days to have a vet confirm a pre-existing illness and return the animal. That protection exists. She just never had it, because there was no contract. Then the final nail, and it's pure logic. The breeder's other kittens from the same litter never got ringworm. But her own Bengal cat? It goes outside. So the ringworm could just as easily have walked in on her own cat's paws. She can't prove it came from him.
So there is a law that no animal may be offered for sale by a broker or pet dealer until the animal has been examined by a vet, and the rights of the purchaser if within 10 days after receipt of the animal by a purchaser, a veterinarian states in writing that the animal has a health problem that existed at the time of purchasing. They should have 2 business days to inform the breeder and return the animal.
And return the animal. Okay, so you took the kittens, according to you, within that 10-day period to a doctor.
Yes.
And you informed the defendant.
Yes.
And you informed him within 2 days.
Yes.
And at that time, did you ask to return the kittens?
At that time,
The answer is either yes or no.
yes, after the visit.
After the visit, and what did he say to you?
If they have that disease.
No, not if they have the disease. We're not talking about that disease. We're
Okay.
talking
Well,
about
I told
the
him
cold.
yes.
We're
Okay.
talking about the cold. You accepted payment of him for either $1,200 or $1,300 for treating them for that cold and upper respiratory infection.
Yes.
That's the way you resolved the issue,
Yeah.
because you didn't want to return the kittens.
I asked him about getting my money back for the kittens, which obviously I'd return the kittens and get the money back. No, if they are diseased, then we will put the cats down and I will give you new kittens.
And you said no.
Yes, you can't do that.
Okay.
You can't
Okay.
put the cats down for that.
Okay. You have the kittens now?
Yes.
How are they?
They still have respiratory problems. I just brought them in last week.
They're sick.
And I keep giving them the medication. It's because of the disease. It causes viral respiratory problems.
What do you want to do, Miss Hughesby? What would you do? Would you return the kittens to the defendant and say, I'm giving you the kittens. If you're going to put them down, put them down. I want my money back. My question is that what you want to do? I'm not saying that that's what I will do. I'm just asking you, is that what you want to do?
No, they diseased all the other cats in the house too.
Well-
I can't just get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? All my cats are diseased. I mean, I'd have to get rid of all my cats.
And what I'm telling you is, you have no proof that it's his fault.
From the day I
No.
brought them home, they had symptoms of the disease.
Madam, he says that his kittens and his cats were not treated for ringworm on or about the time that your cats developed ringworm. So if the kittens brought the ringworm into your house, that means they had to bring them in from his house because they never left his house. But it's possible that your Bengal that does go outside brought ringworm into the house. I don't say it happened. I think it was very nice of him, absent a contract, for him to pay the vet bill for the respiratory illness.
He's not. He wasn't pleasant like he was saying.
I didn't say he was pleasant. I said pay. What did she say? He wasn't
He wasn't pleasant.
pleasant. He doesn't have to be pleasant. You paid him $1,500 for a kitten. He's not an insurer of your entire cattery.
But he sold me a diseased cat.
We're done. Thank you very much.
And the ruling, the case is dismissed. The breeder owes nothing. As hard as that is to hear, the logic was sound. There was no contract, so none of the legal protections for buying a sick animal ever applied. She could see the kittens had symptoms and took them home anyway. The breeder's other kittens from the same litter never caught ringworm, while her own Bengal goes outside, an equally likely source. And the law she hoped would save her actually confirmed she needed a contract she never had. The breeder even offered a replacement and paid the early vet bills he didn't owe. Sympathy, yes. A legal remedy? No. Case dismissed.